Hey everybody, if you're thinking of selling your home, please stop and watch this video. I promise you that it's going to give you some vital information. Over the past 2 months, I've seen a dramatic shift in the market, and it is really affecting sellers. And I just wanted to make this video to give you an option and something to think about that I think is going to serve a lot of sellers in this market better than the traditional way of listing a property. So today I wanted to talk to you about auction style selling. And this was a craze in 2010, 2011, 2012. There were some brokerages across America that were actually actively doing it this way. And I personally believe that in this market right now, at this moment, this could be the best option for sellers. And I'm just going to go into my reasoning for it and how you can implement this and be successful with it. Now, there is going to be a second part to this video that I strongly recommend that you watch. I'm going to put this video out tomorrow, and it's basically pretty shocking, the numbers in regards to just Temecula, the city. I can do this for anywhere, but I just picked Temecula, and I just wanted to reiterate the importance of pricing your home correctly at this moment. And it's very hard to do, and that's what I'm going to get into right now. Okay, so the dangers sellers are facing right now. First thing I wanted to talk about, it's very common for sellers, you know, a real estate agent comes over, your neighbor's home sold 3 months ago at $800,000. The one down the street sold for $780,000, very comparable to your home, and that puts us at a price in between $780,000 and $800,000. Well, let's try, in an upward trending market or just an average, going up 2 to 3% a year market. Maybe we'll try 805 and see what happens. Now, that is not what is happening right now. Buyer sentiment is lower, and you almost cannot use the comparables unless it's very current. And why this is so scary to some degree for sellers is they're thinking that, hey, my neighbor sold 3 months ago or 4 months ago for $800,000. I can list my home for $805 and I'll get it. And the problem with that is we are in a definitely flattening out, but in many cases, downward trajectory. So you list your home at $800,000 thinking you're going to get it. It's on the market for 2 weeks. You don't get a showing. So then you're like, oh, we got to do something. As you're waiting for those 2 weeks and thinking that, hey, we might get a bite, we might get an offer, the market's dropped another $10,000. So now you're thinking, okay, well, you know what? We're going to go with the lower end of the comp in my neighborhood, and I'm going to do $780,000. Well, the last 2 weeks, your home's worth $770,000 now. So next, you wait another 2 weeks, and you're like, oh, geez, I didn't sell my house. We've got one showing in 2 weeks. You know what? Let's try real quick. Let's just do $770,000. Over those 2 weeks, now you're at $760,000 or $750,000. And I'm telling you, this is happening not everywhere. And real estate is very local, but to the point of maybe even in certain communities in Temecula are better than others. But overall, point being, do not chase the market down. If we're in the trend of the market going down and you originally thought that your home was worth $800,000, now it's worth, for a month later, it's worth $760,000. And this is where I'm going to get into the auction style. First thing I want to talk about auctions. Just because you get an offer, just because you start with an auction type scenario when you list your home, if you don't get the offer that you like, you don't have to sell your home. You can pull it off the market. But what this is going to do, and I can't stress this enough, we don't understand the current buyer sentiment because the data hasn't caught up to what people are thinking. So what the auction style listing will do, let's just say your home comps out all day long $800,000, but you start your listing at $750,000. Well, what that is going to do is basically test the market to see if your home is worth even $750,000 at this point. With any luck, you get 10 people showing your home on the first day. You get your offer up to $770,000. And I know it's $30,000 less than $800,000, but over the years, And even though my wife is an appraiser, I can say that the buyers are very on top of it in regards to what for the most part, what they're willing to pay for a home. So if you start your auction at $750 and get it to $770, I can tell you with a 85% certainty that $770 is going to be top of the market. Why? Because there's a frenzy. It's slightly underpriced, hopefully, when you pick your auction price. You've got 3 or 4 offers. You can counter those 3 or 4 offers with highest and best, and hopefully bring up the actual original price of the contract of 1 or 2 of those people by $5,000 to $10,000. And that is going to push you to right at the top where I think is going to be a fair market value for your house at this particular time. Now, you listed at $750, and this is what's actually scary right now. You listed at $750 and that's still not low enough. Well, at least you have that knowledge up front early on, and you can make a decision on whether or not you still want to sell. The problem, and again, I just mentioned at the beginning of the video, you don't start a little lower than maybe what the consumer is actually thinking. In the end, instead of selling it for $750 or $760 or $765, if you're waiting a month, 2 months, days on the market, sentiment goes down, you could be down to $720 or $710 if the market continues to slide or the sentiment continues to get worse. So with the auction style, you don't have to sell if you don't like the price, but you're at least in that current market, in that current moment, within 3 to 7 days, you are going to know what a buyer is actually going to be willing to pay for your home. And that is exactly what the benefit of the auction style listing is. It's, yes, you go a little bit below or 30 grand below what you think the actual market is going to give you at that time. And if you don't get that number, you have a decision to make. You better be aggressive with your price drop. Don't go from $750 to $740. If you need to sell your home or want to sell your home, get out of California, whatever the reason may be, and you have it listed at $750 and you're not getting any showings or calls, you better drop it to $710 or $720 because, as I mentioned, again, I'm going back to my video, you hold on. There is a chance that you're going to end up with $680 or $690 because the market continues to slide. Now, I can't predict the future. Rates could go down, which I don't think are going to happen anytime soon. Buyer sentiment could go up. Trade deals could get done and people are happier, and the market goes up, and the sentiment in the overall economic market, people feel better. But what if that doesn't happen? And that is what you as the seller are going to have to grapple with. It's, do you want to take the chance over the next 6 months that you're going to get a higher price of your home? Or do you want to get out of it right now and feel good about, we lost $30,000 or $40,000 off of what we thought we could get, but it's not 100. And if I was to sit here and take a guess, the sentiment's not going to change overnight. And your home that you thought you'd get 800 for, now it's worth 750. In 2 months or 3 months, I would guess it's going to be lower and it's not going to go back up to 770, 780, 790. So there you have it, auction style. If you want more information on just how you can set it up, I can help you with that. I have, over the last 2 months, I made this video last time, but I have a really good system right now of using AI to collect data and analyze that data for almost better than an appraiser would do. Because it's more current. In many ways, I think it's more accurate. So you can call me for that, specific communities, specific cities, specific homes. But you as the seller right now, you definitely have to make sure your home is ready in regards to make sure the paint is good. If you have pets, make sure you shampoo the rugs. Like everything has to be perfect with your house, even to get looks at this point. And, just bottom line, just be very, very careful. Think about your decision, what you're going to make, how you're going to proceed with it, and make sure your home is ready to go. So quick video, make sure you watch tomorrow because I'm going to go through the data of Temecula. And again, it's pretty shocking. That video will be uploaded tomorrow and you will see what is happening in the current market right now. Thank you very much and talk to you probably tomorrow.